Hi, welcome to this episode of Conversations with our Professional Partners. Today, we'll be talking with attorney Dale Thomas, and he's going to give us something that's a little more lighthearted. However, you can learn something from it. So, Dale, we had a question that came in, and actually, I'm the questioner on this one, okay? What has been maybe your funniest experience that you had as far as a closing is concerned?
So I don't know about funniest. I mean, we do
You're
have
interesting.
funny moments, but the weirdest and most
Okay.
interesting situation that I can speak to is I actually once did a closing in a delivery room for a baby.
You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, so funny enough, so I was doing a refinance transaction for this couple, and she was 9 months pregnant, and so I had gone out to the house a week prior to get them to sign their documents because she wasn't really leaving the house. She asked if I would come over. I was like, fine. I was able to accommodate them and just go to them. They didn't live very far from me. So I had the documents signed, got them sent back to the lender, and then I get a call a week later saying, hey Dale, this is the lender. We made a mistake. We messed up the documents, and unfortunately we need the complete package re-executed.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, okay, I'll take care of it. So I called to tell them that I'd be coming by, and they were like, okay, fine. So I show back up to their house, and nobody's there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because the week, the week before, week or two prior, when I met with them, I, kind of in my head said, man, this would have been interesting if she would have gone into labor while we were doing the closing. And so I get to the house now a week or two later, and nobody's there. And so in the back of my mind, I was like, there's no way that this is happening. Mm-hmm. There's no way that this is happening. But, there's a rate lock on your loan. And if it doesn't close by that date, then your interest rate is subject to change. Mm-hmm. And that was actually the circumstances with them. And so it had to be signed that day. So I'm calling, I'm not getting either of them. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to throw the towel in. They'll call me back, whatever is going on is going on. So I get in my car and I start driving, and I get a call from the husband. And he was like, Dale, we're at the hospital. She's in labor. He was like, we're going to lose our rate if we don't do it today.
Oh, no.
He was like, I know this is a crazy question, but did you come to the hospital? And so I kind of paused for a second. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I drove over to the hospital. They checked me in, and they gave my little visitor badge, and I went into the room, and she was between contractions. She would sign the document.
Oh my goodness!
And so yeah, it was by far the most interesting transaction that I've had. But they had their baby, and they sent me pictures after the baby was born, so I was happy, and I mean, they were overjoyed. It was their first child, so yeah, that was awesome and interesting experience.
I am sure. So did they name the baby Dale or Delina?
No. They had already picked out a name, but I was like, man, I need I need to be up there for naming rights.
That's right.
Because I earned this, but funny enough, my mom's actually a labor and delivery nurse. So it's, I spent, as a kid, my mom would bring my brother and me onto the labor and delivery unit, at the hospital. And so, it wasn't that foreign to me. So,
okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, that is an awesome story. I love it. But you know what? It takes me back, guys, as to why Dale is one of our professional partners. Because for him to go that distance for their client in order to get the forms that they've already signed, get them all signed, it shows that, his dedication to his craft. So if you're not using us, we don't know why, but whomever you're using, make sure that your real estate agent has a dedicated group of team with them, so that they can make sure that no matter what, your deal goes through. Until next time, we appreciate you coming on, and we'll drop his contact information in the comment section so that you can reach out to him, and if you have any questions. Thanks, Dale. Appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.